LA to Rome. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's Late Edition, News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's Late Edition for Friday, August 2nd, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight it is an extremely difficult situation, a custody battle over a child born from a rape. And believe it or not, it's becoming more common. Plus, in this world of apps comes word of one for back-to-school shopping. In sports, Ken Kara's in for Beth tonight. He has Hazelton Street Hockey playoff action. And meteorologist Joe Garbacik tells us if the forecast will cooperate with all your weekend plans. But first, Late Edition's look at tonight's top stories. His first video prompted a suspension earlier this week. Now Gilberton Police Chief Mark Kessler has released another video. Late Edition's Ann Gownley has the details.
It has been 2 days since Gilberton Chief of Police Mark Kessler was suspended without pay for 30 days for a video he posted on YouTube. The video has now gone viral across many areas of Pennsylvania and across the country. At Wednesday's meeting with his lawyer, attorney Joseph Nahas by his side, Kessler said he would not comment as to whether he would upload any more videos. But while on vacation in Texas, he shot this video.
That's how you run a gun. That's it. All right then. That'll work. You got lit up. We lit his up. See this? We got to get a close up of that. There you go, that's gun control. Right in the face.
That was just a portion of the 2-minute video. I did reach out to Kessler for comment, then he directed me to his lawyer, attorney Joseph Nahas, who has not returned my phone call as of now. Those in support of Kessler have now set up a way for people to donate to him during his 30-day suspension. It is found on his website, www.chiefkessler.com. As of 6 o'clock this evening, donations are up to $1,500, donated by 36 people in 16 hours. The goal, to raise $10,000. Donation dollar amounts range from $5 to $100, many writing they support Kessler and his beliefs. Comments on the FundMe website are both for and against him. One person wrote, "Really? Now you people are giving this idiot money? There is no coming war in America. You people who support this traitor are a small, outspoken minority in this country, nothing else. No need to marginalize those that are already living in the margins." Another, "Throwing my money in a pit would be more useful." Someone else wrote, "If he can't pay for groceries after missing one paycheck, why is he donating weapons?" Those that have been backing Kessler wrote this: "This action against the brave Mark Kessler just shows that it is time for all patriots, militias, oath keepers, veterans, and 2A groups to come together to support Mark and stand up against tyranny." Another wrote, "Stay positive. Many people support you." And one last one, "Keep up the good fight, Chief." Kessler tells us he was unaware of the donation sites and there could be more out there. For WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thank you, Ann. Well, troubles for another small-town cop. Federal authorities have charged Officer Robert Evans of the Hughstown Police Department with selling the powerful painkillers oxycodone, Percocet, and Vicodin out of his cruiser while on duty and in uniform. Federal agents say Evans sold the pills for $30 to $60 apiece to friends and a fellow officer whom he knew had a prescription drug addiction. Evans was released under federal supervision following an arraignment before federal magistrate Caroline Mahalchik in Wilkes-Barre. Agents arrested Evans this morning after a week-and-a-half-long investigation that included recorded telephone calls and an undercover agent buying drugs from Evans while agents watched in a Pittston Township parking lot. His custody status tonight is unclear. Two men were arrested today in connection with a murder of a Dunmore man. 23-year-old Neil Powell of Scranton and 23-year-old Jason Dominic were arrested in connection with the murder of 24-year-old Frank Bonacci of Dunmore. Bonacci went missing July 20th following an intense search. He was found on July 27th dead of a single gunshot wound to the back of his head. Arrest affidavits say it was the result of a dispute over a woman. Both Powell and Dominic have been charged with criminal homicide and other related charges. They are both being held in the Lackawanna County Prison without bail. Preliminary hearings are set for Wednesday morning. The Wilkes-Barre Area School Board has hired a new home and school visitor, Brian Layton. He is the brother of Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tom Layton. The vote was 5-4. The position salary has not been disclosed. Now, Layton has been a probation officer with the county, a job that pays just under $63,000. Board members Christine Katzok and James Sussick said they voted against the personnel appointment because a district interview committee did not consider Layton to be the best applicant for the job. Katzok also says the hiring violated the board's hiring policy. Board President John Quinn declined to answer that assertion, but Quinn said Layton has 25 years' experience as an adult probation officer, which he says is of value in the district's position. West Nile virus has been found in 4 Schuylkill County municipalities. It was detected July 26th in mosquitoes in Cressona and Butler, Pine Grove, and Tremont townships. DEP says it's the first time this year the virus has been found in Schuylkill County. Last year it was detected in the county much earlier. No confirmed human cases of that virus have been reported this year. Lawyers for Montgomery County in suburban Philadelphia have asked a state court to throw out a lawsuit from the Commonwealth which seeks to stop a county official from issuing marriage licenses to gay couples. County attorneys for County Clerk D. Bruce Haynes said he has a sworn duty to uphold the Pennsylvania and U.S. constitutions, and the state law banning same-sex marriage violates both. The Corbett administration filed suit because the state does not allow gay marriage. Haynes began granting licenses since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down part of the Defense of Marriage Act. Well, it was a perfect night for a parade, and that's exactly what took place earlier this evening in the borough of Cunningham. Fire companies from throughout Greater Hazleton area and beyond converged on Cunningham for the annual Fireman's Parade. The parade is part of Valley Night, which is a prelude to tomorrow's 60th annual Valley
The turnout
Day.
has been spectacular. At 5 o'clock, the gates were open and the parking lot was filled, and people are looking for parking, and we've got plenty of parking, but we're thrilled with the turnout. It's going to be a great weekend.
Jack Vozar is a member of the board of directors for the CVCO. That's the Cunningham Valley Civic Organization, which sponsors the event. He invites everyone to come out tomorrow for the big Valley Day celebration.
Tomorrow we start in the morning we have a pet show, we have a baby parade. It all starts around 9, 10 o'clock. Then throughout the day we have various dance troupes coming through. We have a band tomorrow evening. We're open 10 until 9 tomorrow. So it's going to be a great day. We have entertainment. We have East Meets West, which is a great band that plays. So it's going to be a fun-filled day. We got the rock climbing wall and tons of good food. So it'll be fun.
Valley Day is easy to find. It's on the grounds of the Cunningham Borough Municipal Building and the library right on Main Street in Cunningham. A bazaar that began as an anniversary party for the Keystone Fire Company in McAdoo has now become an annual event. This is the 8th year for that bazaar. There's plenty for all ages, from games for the kids and a beer tent for adults. We spoke with Assistant Fire Chief Jeffrey Hauser, who tells us this is the fire company's biggest fundraiser of the year.
It's a good way of getting income to the firehouse without taxing the townspeople. It's out-of-town people come in. We actually have family reunions and everything because of that. They all come together, come down here, have themselves a very good time.
The band Torn will be on stage tomorrow night starting at 7. There is also plenty of other entertainment.
They're here to band, play games. We actually added more games this year. We have tricky trays to chance off. In general, it's just a real good time. Tomorrow we have another band. Sunday is a DJ and a duel. So Well, plenty of things to do. Just come on out, support your local fire company. You never know, you might be the one that's in need.
The bazaar at the Keystone Fire Company in McAdoo will run until Sunday, open each day from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. And meanwhile, preparations were underway tonight for a big homecoming celebration that kicks off tomorrow in the Weatherly-Whitehaven area. This was the scene at the Lehigh and Lausanne Volunteer Fire Company, also known as L&L. Fire Chief Tim Rossman said this weekend's homecoming celebration dates back to the 1940s when troops were returning from World War II.
Every year, this is our annual bazaar, or our homecoming as we like to call it. It's been going on, as I said, for 60-some years, and it's our largest fundraiser of the year, so it is very important for us to keep the tradition going. This year we are going to have a little, on Saturday at 4 o'clock, we are going to have a little tribute to the veterans and a little award ceremony for a couple people. And then we're going to kick things off with a band Saturday night, Rail from Hazleton, and Sunday we have a local DJ, BJ the DJ, that'll be here for us.
And what good is a homecoming without great food? Cookie Macy is president of the L&L Fire Company. She said everything is homemade from scratch.
Homemade halupkis, we have homemade sausage and peppers, the potato pancakes, we have beef barbecue made from Iran beef, nothing but the best.
While the event's popular social gathering, it's also a major fundraiser that helps keep fire trucks on the road.
For the support of the fire company, we need to keep our trucks going. People know how hard it is to keep their homes going and put gas in their cars, and it's equally as hard for us to survive day to day.
In addition to the great food, games, and fun, there'll be an elaborate fireworks display tonight at 9:30. That's the L&L Volunteer Fire Company homecoming this Saturday and Sunday. L&L is just 5 miles north of Weatherly and 5 miles south of Whitehaven on South Lehigh Gorge Drive. The State Department has taken the unusual step of closing key Middle East embassies, such as Israel and Egypt, because of a terror threat. And it's issued travel warnings to those considering visiting the Middle East. INN's Phil Doherty has more.
The move comes as the first anniversary approaches. That's of the September 11th attack on a U.S. diplomatic mission in Benghazi, Libya. That attack killed 4 Americans. Lawmakers say these threats appear credible.
It's my understanding that it is Al-Qaeda linked, all right? And the threat emanates in the Middle East and in Central Asia.
There are threats that are coming at us on a daily basis, but this rises to a new level. Obviously can't talk about some of the things that you hear in some of the classified settings, but I'm glad they're taking it seriously. There is a very worldwide threat out there.
Lawmakers say the U.S. will take every step necessary to protect personnel overseas when there's an indication of a serious threat.
Phil Doherty reporting. Well, as you know by now, Russia has granted temporary asylum to NSA leaker Edward Snowden. Eric Dodd reports that threats to cool down relations between Washington and Moscow, relations that had been warming since Russia's assistance in the Boston Marathon bombing.
After making the Moscow airport his home since June, NSA leaker Edward Snowden has now been granted temporary asylum in Russia. He'll be allowed to remain in that country for 1 year. His attorney wouldn't say where exactly Snowden will live because of security concerns.
He's concerned about life and health because he believes that people from the American intelligence service are chasing him.
Back in this country, Snowden's father says he's grateful to Russia and its decision to grant his son asylum.
I have trust and faith and confidence in those people who have taken my son in and are trying to keep him safe and secure.
The former NSA analyst leaked information that the U.S. had secretly collected and stored millions of phone records, spurring a debate over government surveillance and privacy. The White House Thursday was not pleased with Russia.
This move by the Russian government undermines a long-standing record of law enforcement cooperation.
Reaction on Capitol Hill was more harsh.
As long as Prime Minister Putin acts like a bully, we have only one choice,
to stand up to him and show him that bullies pay a price.
President Obama is still expected to meet with President Putin in Washington next week, ahead of the G20 summit in Russia in September. The White House, though, is considering its next move, given this new strain on U.S.-Russian relations. I'm Eric Dodd reporting.
And finally tonight, summer is the most common time of the year for weekend athlete injuries. INN's Susan Hendricks says they can be avoided.
Sean Plussel has always been physically active, especially during the summer.
Since I've been employed, it's kind of turned into a weekend warrior routine.
He went all out playing football one weekend.
Next thing I knew, I was on my knees and I was in pretty extreme pain, unable to put hardly any weight on my foot at all.
He sprained his ankle when he went at it a little too hard.
Really tender right there. Yep.
They go out too fast and they're doing too much too soon. You need to warm the body up a little bit more before you start doing the heavy activity.
And Dr. Mason says weekend warriors can reduce their risk for injury if they start thinking about summer sports during the winter.
Do a little bit of indoor strengthening, do a little bit of indoor running to get the joints and muscles used to some of the strain and activity that you're going to be doing out there.
Just once a day. Plussel is getting physical therapy and plans to do things a little differently next time.
I'll probably try to warm up a little bit more, maybe do some light stretching as opposed to just going in at 100% right off the get-go.
I'm Susan Hendricks.
And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Well, as you heard, plenty of carnivals and homecomings taking place this weekend. Meteorologist Joe Garbochik is outside in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center to tell us if the weather is going to cooperate. Joe?
Well, Lisa, overall, this upcoming weekend doesn't look too bad, but we do have the threat of a couple of showers in our forecast. But right now, it's comfortable. It's kind of cool. A little bit of a breeze out here in the backyard, and it continues to be rain-free. Now, there were a few spotty showers and a few drops of rain earlier. Here's a look at the radar over the past 6 hours. But again, nothing really significant across our viewing area. We'll talk what we can expect with the 7-day forecast coming up next.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua, PA is a 3-generation family-owned and operated dealership entering their 33rd year of business and continues to uphold the family philosophy that every customer should be treated as part of the family. Stop in and let them show you how they honor these values. You'll meet a family member in every department, from finding your new car in sales to low interest rates and financing and extending your vehicle's life and service.
Give us the opportunity to show you. We're big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, let's celebrate the tastes of summer with fresh-baked lemon meringue pies, only $3.99.
The WILN Weather Center brings you precise weather information you need to plan your day. And now you can get the latest weather conditions online anytime at WILNTV.com. Utilizing the latest technology, meteorologist Joe Garbochik brings you the most accurate weather information available, including webcams to view current road conditions and detailed maps of our area. For a full, detailed, and accurate daily weather report, watch WILN Weather with Joe Garbochik weekdays at 5 and 10 and online anytime at WILNTV.com.
We are dry throughout the Commonwealth. of our viewing area and throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Things looking pretty good at this 10 o'clock hour. Temperature-wise, not too bad out there. It is comfortable. Notice those low humidity levels with dew point numbers being in the lower 50s. You walk outside, you don't feel the mugginess, if you will. We're at 65, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station. Rainfall since midnight. We've only picked up 1/100 of an inch of precipitation. Pressure coming in at 29.91 inches of mercury. And there you can see the winds averaging about 5 or so miles per hour. They were a little bit gusty earlier today, but still, it was kind of refreshing in the air. Robert Stevens Face and Body Almanac page for the day, 77 and 59 the split in temperatures. That's below the average high of 82. 96 and 47 the record high, though they still stand. 602, 819. Sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. So we woke up this morning, generally temperatures in the 50s. It was cool, it was comfortable. Managing to get up into the 70s with some locations getting up into the lower 80s. Temperature-wise right now across our region, 67 in Shenandoah, 67 in Berwick, 63 in New Angola, 69 in Monroe City, 67 in Bloomsburg, and 69 in Danville. Satellites and radar. Bulk of the precipitation up toward the north, New York State. But notice now in western Pennsylvania, out in the Ohio Valley region, you got some showers out there, even a few rumbles of thunder, some lightning as well. Some of that's starting to make its way toward the east. So as we go into tomorrow, there is the threat of seeing some scattered showers around, maybe the possibility of a thunderstorm. It's not going to be a complete washout. May even see some sunshine, but if you need to do anything outdoors, you probably want to take the umbrella, because you may have to dodge a shower or 2 or 3 around, maybe a thunderstorm. But again, I'm still not expecting anything significant. And then heading into our Sunday, Sunday's looking like a pretty nice looking day across all of our viewing area. Here's a look at some of the numbers through tonight. 60s, maybe some upper 50s. Tomorrow, 70s, possibly some lower 80s out there. And there you can see as we progress through our Sunday noontime hour, generally temperatures in the 70s and some upper 60s out there. So overall, a couple of scattered showers throughout the northeast and out in central Pennsylvania tomorrow. And then as we go into our Sunday, it looks like we should be dry. But again, there's no significant warm-up anytime soon. Looks like we can be looking at temperatures below where we should be for this time of year for the next several days, especially going into the 7-day forecast. Notice statewide, though, tomorrow, not looking bad temperature-wise. Should be pretty comfortable out there. But again, a couple of those scattered showers around, or even a possibility of a thunderstorm. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys Division of Arc Electric. Nice for Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. A couple of showers or a thunderstorm for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But again, look at those numbers. They are going to continue to be below where we should be for this time of year. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the daily 067, the big 4, 5499. Quinto numbers looking like this, 59651, cash 568, 31, 33, and 41. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Coming up next, a new kind of custody battle. We'll explain next on Late Edition.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
People have a very jaded opinion of contractors. At the Wire Guys, we completely turn that experience on its head. My electrician is going to show up and wear shoe covers. Be respectful. We are the cleanest contractors that you'll ever use. Before he even starts, he's going to give you a price in writing that he's going to stick to. I want them to be your superhero when they walk out that door. Call me. If we're late, you get paid.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports. Hey everyone, want some close-to-home fun? Join the Keystone Active Zone Passport program to create your own backyard adventure exploring parks, trails, and events. It's fun, easy, and it's free. This year's Passport has more than 30 stops. Enjoy Riverfest in Wilkes-Barre and Pittston. Explore the Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage Corridor and more. Register at kazpassport.org. Visit as many stops as you want. Each stop has a question. Find the answers and log them in on the website. Start exploring today.
It's known as the Tricky Triangle, a track whose sum total equals a challenge like nowhere else.
Smoke is boiling between Bush and Johnson!
It is Pocono Raceway, where the first race was won by a king. Every race is full throttle to the photo finish.
Virtual dead heat.
And wrecks are not the end, but the start of a comeback. This is Pocono Raceway, where history is measured in right angles.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to meet Mike Richards. He's an athlete, a successful businessman, and he's been in chronic pain for a couple of years, had a bad experience with chiropractic, was brave enough to give it another try with Dr. John, and has had great results. You'll hear his story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Welcome back. It is an impossibly difficult situation, a custody battle over a child born from a rape, and it's becoming much more common. INN's Ed Payne has this tough story.
When Ariel Castro asked to see the 6-year-old girl that he fathered by raping Amanda Berry, one of his 3 captives, a judge ruled no, that it was inappropriate. The idea that a monster like Castro would have any parental rights is hard to believe, but in 31 states, rapists do in fact enjoy the rights of a father.
I was astonished.
Shauna Pruitt's daughter was 6 months when she found out that the man who raped her wanted partial custody.
How could I possibly entrust, my beautiful baby to him? But beyond that, I didn't know how to spend the next 18 or more years of my life tethered to my attacker.
Shauna, who was raped at the age of 21, is now a lawyer and is helping to enact new federal guidelines that push states to pass laws to strip rapists of their parental rights. According to a 1996 study by the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, each year there are approximately 32,000 pregnancies resulting from rape. While the majority of those pregnancies are terminated, as many as a third of those women give birth. Shauna says she kept her daughter in part because being pregnant helped her get through the pain of being raped.
Just not feeling so alone, not feeling so dead inside, because I actually have this life growing within me. And it was a comfort to me.
But critics say most cases aren't as clear as the Castro case, and that judges currently have enough power to prevent unfit fathers from seeing their children.
There are lots of solutions that are short of this, and I think a lot of time when things come in this top-down fashion based on 1 or 2 truly tragic stories, we end up making bad law.
Shauna says there are other women out there just like her who had no idea when they decided to keep their children that their attackers had parental rights.
We knew that this possibility loomed on the horizon, that we could spend the rest of our lives tethered to our attackers because of our decision to have our children. Would we have made the same choice? And I think that's hard to answer.
That is INN's Ed Payne reporting. When we come back, Kenny Kara is in for Beth tonight with WILN Sports. Stay tuned.
Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
Homes. Visit us for the lowest prices on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. This month, save 50% on Sealy mattresses or save up to $100 on select Lazy Boy furniture. And ask about our interest-free financing plans. Shop GrandCentral.com or visit us on Vine Street in Hazleton or Route 93 in Hazel Township.
Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
What in the... Tom, it is 2 a.m.
You know, I just love this on-demand thing. Tons of extra pause, rewind.
You are always here watching my on-demand. Why don't you just get rid of your dish and get digital cable yourself?
You know, I'd love to. But I still have 7 months left on my contract.
Service Electric Digital Cable with on-demand. The best TV in the neighborhood.
I'm Tiffany Cloud. Storm politics is becoming the storm, but don't worry, I'll still talk a lot about politics. On The Storm, I'll discuss so much more. This week, we'll talk about how dance is a healthy youth activity that promotes self-esteem and even brings diverse cultures together. This week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV 35.
Happy Friday, friends. Let's celebrate with street hockey highlights. I'm Ken Carr, filling in for Beth Mensinger. The Bulldogs of the Hazleton Street Hockey League had a chance to wrap up the varsity championship tonight. They came into tonight up 2-0 on the Barn Burners in the best-of-5 series, so by my math, if it's correct, if they win tonight, that's the series. Let's go to the highlights. The Barn Burners. Riley McCarthy hits the deck here, makes the save, and he doesn't stop working until all is clear on his front, and the ball is clear from their zone. The Bulldogs, though, are pushing the issue here, and Jacob Goodish is pushing the ball into the net. 1-0 Dogs. Justin Laganowski is minding the net for the Bulldogs, and here comes a hard shot, but he's up to the task. 2-0 Bulldogs after one. To the second period. Here's a nice job by the Barn Burners keeping the ball in the zone, and Billy Spear puts the Barn Burners on the board. The Bulldogs, though, they answer. Marley Slank hanging out in front of the net and nets a goal here. It's 4-2 Dogs in the third when Lucas Yencha gets his second goal of the game. That would make it 5-2 Bulldogs. That would be your final. And the Bulldogs are the 2013 Hazleton Street Hockey League champions. This is the second straight championship for the Bulldogs at the varsity division. In the second half of sports, we'll hear from one of their captains about the victory tonight. I'll see you then. You'll see Lisa next. She has the top story recaps after this.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky treats, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Hi, I'm Chef Blue. Make sure you tune in to WYLN 35. Great recipes and great Italian cuisine only on WYLN 35.
Recapping tonight's top stories, his first video prompted a month-long suspension earlier this week. Now Gilberton Police Chief Mark Kessler has released another. Late Edition's Ann Gownley has the details.
It has been 2 days since Gilberton Chief of Police Mark Kessler was suspended without pay for 30 days for a video he posted on YouTube. The video has now gone viral across many areas of Pennsylvania and across the country. At Wednesday's meeting with his lawyer, attorney Joseph Nahas, by his side, Kessler said he would not comment as to whether he would upload any more videos. But while on vacation in Texas, he shot this video.
How you run a gun. That's it. All right then. That'll work. You got lit up. You lit his up. Let's see this. We gotta get a close up of that. There you go, that's gun control. Right in the face.
That was just a portion of the 2-minute video. I did reach out to Kessler for comment, then he directed me to his lawyer, attorney Joseph Nahas, who has not returned my phone call as of now. Those in support of Kessler have now set up a way for people to donate to him during his 30-day suspension. It is found on his website, www.chiefkessler.com. As of 6 o'clock this evening, donations are up to $1,500 donated by 36 people in 16 hours. The goal, to raise $10,000. Donation dollar amounts range from $5 to $100, many writing they support Kessler and his beliefs. Comments on the FundMe website are both for and against him. One person wrote, "Really? Now you people are giving this idiot money? There is no coming war in America. You people who support this traitor are a small, outspoken minority in this country, nothing else. No need to marginalize those that are already living in the margins." Another, "Throwing my money in a pit would be more useful." Someone else wrote, "If he can't pay for groceries after missing one paycheck, why is he donating weapons?" Those that have been backing Kessler wrote this: "This action against the brave Mark Kessler just shows that it is time for all patriots, militias, oath keepers, veterans, and 2A groups to come together to support Mark and stand up against tyranny." Another wrote, "Stay positive. Many people support you." And one last one, "Keep up the good fight, Chief." Kessler tells us he was unaware of the donation sites and there could be more out there. For WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thank you, Ann. Well, troubles for another small-town cop. Federal authorities have charged Officer Robert Evans of the Hughstown Police Department with selling the powerful painkillers oxycodone, Percocet, and Vicodin out of his cruiser while on duty and in uniform. Federal agents say Evans sold the pills for $30 to $60 apiece to friends and a fellow officer whom he knew had a prescription drug addiction. Evans was released under federal supervision following an arraignment before federal magistrate Caroline Mahalchik in Wilkes-Barre. Agents arrested Evans this morning after a week-and-a-half-long investigation that included recorded telephone calls and an undercover agent buying drugs from Evans while agents watched in a Pittston Township parking lot. His custody status tonight is unclear. 2 men were arrested today in connection with a murder of a Dunmore man. 23-year-old Neil Powell of Scranton and 23-year-old Jason Dominic were arrested in connection with the murder of 24-year-old Frank Bonacci of Dunmore. Bonacci went missing on July 20th. Following an intense search, he was found July 27th, dead of a single gunshot wound to the back of his head. Arrest affidavits say it was the result of a dispute over a woman. Both Powell and Dominic have been charged with criminal homicide and other related charges. They're both being held in the Lackawanna County Prison without bail. Preliminary hearings are set for Wednesday morning. The Wilkes-Barre Area School Board has hired a new home and school visitor, Brian Layton. He is the brother of Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tom Layton. The vote was 5-4. The position's salary has not been disclosed. Layton had been a probation officer with the county, a job that pays just under $63,000. Board members Christine Katzok and James Susak said they voted against the personnel appointment because a district interview committee did not consider Layton to be the best applicant for the job. Katsock also says the hiring violated the board's hiring policy. Board President John Quinn declined to answer that assertion, but Quinn said Layton has 25 years experience as an adult probation officer, which he says is of value in the district's position. West Nile virus has been found in 4 Schuylkill County municipalities. It was detected July 26th in mosquitoes in Cressona and Butler, Pine Grove, and Tremont townships. DEP says it's the first time this year the virus has been found in Schuylkill County. Last year it was detected in the county much earlier. No confirmed human cases of the virus have been reported there this year. Lawyers for Montgomery County in suburban Philadelphia have asked a state court to throw out a lawsuit from the Commonwealth which seeks to stop a county official from issuing marriage licenses to gay couples. County attorneys for County Clerk D. Bruce Haynes say he has a sworn duty to uphold the Pennsylvania and U.S. constitutions, and the state law banning same-sex marriage violates both. The Corbett administration filed suit because the state does not allow gay marriage. Haynes began granting licenses since the U.S. Supreme Court struck down part of the Defense of Marriage Act. The State Department has taken the unusual step of closing key Middle East embassies such as Israel and Egypt because of a terror threat, and it's issued travel warnings to those considering visiting the Middle East. INN's Phil Doherty has more.
The move comes as the first anniversary approaches. That's of the September 11th attack on a U.S. diplomatic mission in Benghazi, Libya. That attack killed 4 Americans. Lawmakers say these threats appear credible.
It's my understanding that it is Al-Qaeda linked, all right? And the threat emanates in the Middle East and in Central Asia.
There are threats that are coming at us on a daily basis, but this rises to a new level. Obviously, can't talk about some of the things that you hear in some of the classified settings, but I'm glad they're taking it seriously. There is a very worldwide threat out there.
Lawmakers say the U.S. will take every step necessary to protect personnel overseas when there's an indication of a serious threat.
And that is a look at tonight's recaps. When we come back, the latest on a back-to-school app, and Kenny is back in with the second half of sports.
And it is continuing to remain comfortable across our area tonight. No rainfall to talk about across the Northeast, but here's a look at what we're experiencing outside as I stand. It's in the 60s, but dew points are low, so it feels very comfortable standing outside. We'll talk the 7-day forecast, what we can expect in just a few.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Welcome to Robert Stevens Face and Body, Hazelton's complete skincare center. Here, our licensed specialists will consult with you to discuss your skincare needs, rejuvenate you with our special facial treatments, and apply gentle, relaxing massages to melt your tension away, using all state-of-the-art technical treatments and superior skin products. So call today and let the transformation begin at Robert Stevens Face and Body, 788-7546.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
episodes coming soon, only on WYLN.
Adding new meaning to there's an app for that. How about one to assist with back-to-school shopping? Karen Capa has the details.
It's the second biggest season of the year for retailers. The average American household with school-aged children is expected to spend $635 on back-to-school items. If you find back-to-school shopping as overwhelming as the holiday rush, consider some apps to help. Retail Me Not and Yowza are two mobile apps that draw in discounts, coupons, and deals based on your location. Users simply scan coupons from the phone at checkout. The Shoptopia app is also location-based, finding the nearest stores and discounts. There's also a search function if you're looking for a deal on a specific item like shoes or clothes. Shopkick recently upgraded its app to allow shoppers to make purchases from a variety of major retail partners directly from the app. Users also collect rewards points as they shop to redeem for gift cards and other purchases. The Keyring app lets users ditch all of those store loyalty cards by scanning them and putting them in one place. The app also features a shared shopping list function so families can see who's buying what. And if there's an individual retailer where you'll be doing the bulk of your back-to-school shopping, check out its app too for mobile discounts and deals. I'm Karen Capa reporting.
What will they think of next? Well, I know what we have next. Kenny Carr is in with more sports, so stay with us.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the near Rock Glen, 384-2314.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Welcome back to Sports on the Late Edition. The Bulldogs are back-to-back champions of the Hazelton Street Hockey League. We had the highlights in the first half, and now we have the reaction from one of the Bulldogs captains, Mike Paisley. Going for a second straight championship, is it more stressful? Is it less stressful because you guys have been here? What was the championship run like?
It was just more stressful this year because you know that we're defending champs and we have to come back and we have to do it again. So it was a tougher challenge this time. So.
What was kind of the strategy going up against the Barn Burners? Did you guys have one, or is it just played like the game you guys have played all year?
It was just go hard all the time. Don't stop running at all. That's all it was.
How did it feel winning it this year? Was it different from last year?
It was a lot different. We had a couple different guys this year, but it was more fun this year.
Now on to some national sports headlines. Riley Cooper has been excused from all Philadelphia Eagles team activities indefinitely while he undergoes counseling and sensitivity training. That's what the team said this morning. Cooper ignited a firestorm when he used a racial slur at a Kenny Chesney concert in June. The Yankees' Alex Rodriguez will rehab at AA Trenton tonight and tomorrow. He's recovering from a grade 1 quad strain. Originally, Rodriguez was going to play for Class A Tampa Bay after playing in a simulated game there on Thursday, but bad weather forced the Yankees to change their plans. Rodriguez still faces possible suspension from Major League Baseball for his connection to South Florida anti-aging clinic Biogenesis. The latest says the announcement is coming on Monday. Brad Lidge retired as a Philly. Lidge hasn't pitched in the majors since last June with the Washington Nationals, but his formal retirement came last night. He spent 4 years with Philadelphia from 2008 to 2011, saving 100 games. He was perfect as a closer during Philadelphia's 2008 World Series championship season, so he wanted to retire as a Philly. The team was happy to oblige. Cody Ross left the Red Sox for the D-backs via free agency, and he didn't leave on good terms. Ross appeared on Boston Sports Radio this week to blast the Sox. He said he was told by the team that the team did not give long-term deals, but he noted their club gave Shane Victorino a 3-year deal and Mike Napoli a 3-year deal, which later shortened to a 1-year deal. Ross said, quote, "Basically, they lied to my face." Nike has dropped Ryan Braun. Braun was suspended by Major League Baseball for the rest of the season. Braun is one of the few Major League Baseball players who is caught up in the Biogenesis scandal. Sam Snead's Claret Jug from the 1946 U.S. Open sold at an auction for $262,900. The winning bid for his Masters trophy was over $190,000. Well, after having one of the most successful seasons by an American ever overseas in the British Premier League 2 seasons ago, Clint Dempsey is coming back to play in the States for Major League Soccer. ESPN says Dempsey will be transferred from the Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur to the Seattle Sounders. Dempsey has 35 goals for the U.S. national team, and that's good enough for second all-time behind Landon Donovan, who also plays in MLS for the Los Angeles Galaxy. Well, one more quick note before the scoreboard tonight. Former Penn State football great Dave Robinson will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Robinson is the 6th Nittany Lion to be enshrined, according to FightOnState.com. Robinson played on both the offensive and defensive lines for the Lions. He was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1963 and played in the NFL for 12 years with the Packers and the Washington Redskins. Now to the scoreboard in the International League this evening. Lehigh Valley falls to Rochester 9-5. Russ Kanzler goes 1 for 3 with a walk as Indianapolis knocks off Scranton Wilkes-Barre. To the majors now. Braves and Phillies 6-4. The Braves lead there in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers and Cubs 6-2. Dodgers win that one. Reds, Cardinals, they have been on fire lately. 13-3, they beat Cincinnati. Moving on. This evening on our scoreboard, Nationals and Brew Crew 2-0 Nats there. Giants and Rays. Giants win that one in St. Pete. Red Sox trying to come back tonight 7-6. They trail the Diamondbacks, and the White Sox fall to Detroit 2-1. Blue Jays and Angels 1-0. Jays there, and the Rangers and the A's tied at 2 in the second. Well, thanks for watching Sports Night. Beth will be back in this chair on Monday. There's more Late Edition after this. Joe is back with the forecast.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hey, neighbor.
Lousy weather, huh?
This is not a good time.
For it to be raining and my satellite dish to lose its signal? Man, I heard that. You mind if I watch your cable?
Look, my kid's having a sleepover.
Right. I'll just watch it on your bedroom set.
Service Electric digital cable with On Demand. The best TV in the neighborhood.
It's known as the Tricky Triangle. A track whose sum total equals a challenge like nowhere else.
Smoke is boiling between Bush and Johnson!
It is Pocono Raceway, where the first race was won by a king. Every race is full throttle to the photo finish.
Virtual dead heat.
And wrecks are not the end, but the start of a comeback. This is Pocono Raceway, where history is measured in right angles.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Join us this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. We're going to talk about trigger points. Just because you have a pain in your neck doesn't necessarily mean the problem is not in your back, or vice versa. Ting's going to explain to you how that works and how we can help. It's all coming up this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Join us.
Now is the time of year when we happen to see the fog frequency on the rise. Keep in mind the daylights get shorter, we have longer nights, and we very often have a lot of humid air in place, and because of all of those combinations, that leads to the fog frequency on the rise as we go through August, even as we go into September, and even as we go into October. Expect to see a lot of fog out there, especially during the early morning hours. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, dry across the northeast, much of central Pennsylvania, but further out toward the west, you can see some precipitation that's falling. Some of that's going to make its way into our area. So as we go into at least the first part of the weekend, it looks like we're going to have to deal with a couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm. 64 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our television station in Hazleton. It is comfortable. You don't feel the mugginess as you walk outside. We've seen only 1/100th of an inch of precipitation since midnight. Pressure 29.91 inches of mercury. And the wind's not too much of a factor, generally under 5 miles per hour. It is now 70 at the Wilkes-Barre International Airport, 63 in Mount Pocono, 68 in Allentown, 78 in Philadelphia, 69 in Williamsport, 62 in Selinsgrove, and 67 in State College. Up in the Wyoming Valley of Hernani-Nakoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman. Temperatures generally holding in the 60s to near 70 degrees. Satellites and radar. You can see the clouds coming through our area, some of the precipitation as you head toward the western part of the state. So again, a little bit of instability in the atmosphere as we head through, especially tomorrow. But again, I'm not expecting a whole lot of precipitation. Keep the umbrella handy if you have to do anything outdoors. But then by the second part of the weekend going into our Sunday, it's even looking much nicer across our region. So again, nice, a decent weekend temperature-wise. And especially as we go into the second part of the weekend in the next several days, right through the next 7 to possibly in excess of 10 days from now, looks like temperatures could be cooler than where we should be for this time of year. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Here is what we can expect over the weekend. Temperature-wise, pretty nice out there, comfortable. And don't let that fool you, that graphic for Saturday. It's not going to be a washout, but you may need the umbrella from time to time. Monday and Tuesday looking great. And then maybe a few more showers or a thunderstorm or two around Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
A lot of festivities going on this weekend, so they're all like this, keeping their fingers crossed for that forecast for tomorrow.
Valley Day is always a good time. I'll be at the pet show tomorrow morning, Lisa, and just so people know, Lisa lives in the area. I'm not going to say where, and I hear she's making pulled pork tomorrow. So if you're around, You know, maybe look up the Sugar family.
And if it comes bad, I send them all down the valley, Dave.
If it starts raining, yeah, there you go. You try it out. If not, you have a backup plan.
All right, so Kenny will be there. Are you entering a pet in the pet contest?
No, we just go to, my wife loves puppies, so we'll just be there to view
I should be
others.
taking my dog down to it, but oh well.
You'll be in the kitchen all day.
Yeah, doubtful. I'll be in Valley Day too. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Team will be back here on Monday. Take care.